Welcome to Comparing Remote Instruction with and without the use of digital annotation. First, let's take a look at Ms. Guevara's presentation without digital annotation. This presentation was made in Google Slides. At first, you might think, well, what's wrong with them? They don't have digital annotation, yet they are very colorful, even engaging, I would say, but it does make a difference. These slides were made for interaction with students, with questions that are being asked and need response to, that without digital annotation are kind of static, kind of flat. Charts need to be answered, manipulated. Data can be compared, yet without digital annotation, it is only being viewed. Reduces engagement, does not allow for as much collaboration, and it does not have the same impact as when annotation takes place. Now, let's take a look at the same presentation, but this time incorporating digital annotation. I believe that digital annotation makes it more engaging, more inclusive. It builds classroom culture. It builds connections with peers and teacher. I will be accessing my annotation toolbar. The same poster that you saw earlier, it's a powerful tool that my students and I use every morning. We use it as a checklist. We use it to bring attention and to focus on how we're going to run the day. These are reminders. I'll let my students know, guys, don't forget, only you should have your school tools next to you. Make sure you're in your learning spot. Everybody ready? Check. Make sure you're being extra kind. You're being a good friend to the person that is supporting your learning. This is a very powerful slide too, when I can use my annotation tools. The student of the week, he has the right. He's earned it because of excellent conduct to be a leader. And one of those responsibilities that they have is that they assist Ms. Guevara in selecting the different things we're going to be doing today. So my student of the week would tell me, Ms. Guevara, let's do number 4 so that we can greet our day and greet our friends. So I am recording his responses. This makes him very proud, builds his confidence as he is developing those leadership skills as well. Here's the question. What day is it today? Well, my students will let me know, and I will use my annotation tools to make sure they see it, not just in one way, but in different ways. Okay, boys and girls, don't forget Wednesday. Wednesday. Don't forget, when we read from left to right. I can plug in many bite-sized instruction little pieces and highlight those with my digital annotation tools. I love making these connections. My students know that as each day passes by, we have a special connection with numbers. They know that if we have been in school for so many days, we highlight that right here. We talk about the relationship between the colors and the numbers. My students know that yellow means ones. We relate it to place value. Green means tens, and blue means hundreds. They can see that connection with these numbers this way as well. We know that in our number chart, number 146 is right here. And at the same time, it is represented right here. So as we are going through these numbers, I am talking about them and they're following along visually, making those strong connections. I can easily engage my students, record their responses as they count with me and they figure out and analyze data. When I ask them, all right, boys and girls, which one has the most? Well, okay, we can count and they can see me that we can visually count together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then somebody very smart will say, well, Miss Guevara, you don't even need to count. Just look straight down at the numbers. It tells you right there without having to count. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And then we can talk about, okay, which one has the least? Which one has the most? All of these wonderful connections right there in front of their eyes. I can even use it as a check for understanding tool with my students. Can go, all right, Janie, what is this number? Yay, you got it. It is 17. All right, Stephen, what is this number? Yep, that is correct. Woohoo! So builds their self-esteem, builds their confidence, and it is part of our daily routine. Again, talking about recording their answers as they tell me, I can do it in real time. I can engage the whole class. I can go over reading components, like they know boys and girls, we're gonna read from left to right, don't forget. And we are also, once we get to this punctuation mark, you guys know we go to the next line and we keep going like this, left to right, but also in a top to bottom motion, right? Now, all right, let's go ahead and look at the letter of the week. We've been talking about letter X. So what about if every time I go by letter X as I am tracking my reading, when I get to letter X, you clap and I'll circle. Ready? And I get here and they clap and I go like this. Excellent. Okay, let's do it again. Find letter X. What up? Isn't this powerful? Being able to do this. So now we've come to the end of this presentation. Thank you. Thank you for viewing. And this was comparing remote instruction with and without the use of digital annotation. I hope you were able to see, to compare, so that you can analyze the differences with engagement and collaboration when you use remote instruction with digital annotation.